Alright, in today's video, let's compare weighted dips to the bench press, and without further ado, let's dive right into today's video. First of all, we're going to take a look at both of those exercises individually before putting one up against the other and see which one is best. Starting off with the weighted dip. The weighted dip is going to be a weighted calisthenics pushing exercise where you're going to be adding weight to your body weight dips. The main muscles that you target when doing your weighted dips are going to be your chest, your shoulders and your triceps. And you're also going to be using surrounding muscle groups to stabilize yourself whenever you're doing your weighted dips. When you're using the strength technique, you are going to be doing your weighted dips with projected shoulders, so muscles like the serratus anterior are also going to be engaged. This exercise has a higher entry requirement compared to the bench press, since you need to be able to do 10 plus reps of normal body weight dips before going into your weighted dips. And then let's take a look at the bench press. This is going to be a weightlifting exercise made popular especially by power builders and power lifters. And here you're going to lay down on a bench and push a bar up and down. The main muscles that you target whenever you're doing your bench press are once again going to be the chest, shoulders and triceps, and you're also once again going to be using surrounding muscle groups to stabilize yourself whenever you're doing bench press. When you're doing the bench press properly, you are going to be pushing with retracted shoulders, so muscles of which the primary function is retraction of the shoulder blades are going to be engaged, especially your rhomboids. And if you compare this exercise to the weighted dip, it definitely has a lower entry requirement, since you only need to be able to push up 20 kilograms, which especially for the male population really should not be a problem. And now let's compare those two exercises and see what muscles they use. In essence, they use pretty much the exact same muscles. Once again, your chest, shoulders and your triceps. And you're also going to be using surrounding muscle groups to stabilize yourself when doing both of those exercises. However, whenever you're doing your weighted dips, you're going to be protracting your shoulders, and when you're doing the bench press, you're going to be retracting your shoulders. So when you're doing your weighted dips, you're going to be using more of your serratus anterior, and whenever you're doing your bench press, you're going to be using muscles like your rhomboids a whole lot more. But if we're talking about the prime movers of those two exercises, they are the same for both of those exercises. And now let's take a look at the carryover effect between bench press and your weighted dips. Now if we take a look at both of those exercises, we can definitely expect a pretty substantial carryover, since both of them are horizontal pushing exercises that once again use the exact same muscle groups. First, let's take a look at the carryover from weighted dips to your bench press. Now this is where I know for a fact that it is a substantial carryover effect from the weighted dips to the bench press. But the best example out there is going to be Baki, the French heavyweight weighted calisthenics world champion. Take a look at his Instagram and you will see him bench pressing 180 kilograms without ever doing the bench press consistently. And then let's take a look at carryover effect the other way around. So carryover from your bench press to your weighted dips. Now this is where I have absolutely no experience, but you can definitely expect a substantial carryover effect from your weighted dips to your bench press, since once again both of those exercises are lower chest dominant horizontal pushing exercises. And now let's answer the question, which one of those two exercises is going to be best? Now, like I talked about in a lot of previous videos, there's no right answer to this question, since no exercise is better than the other. It always depends on the individual, their goals, and also their training experience. But who should do weighted dips? Pretty much, if you want to get better at your weighted dips, you have to do weighted dips on a consistent basis. So here we're going to be talking primarily about weighted calisthenics athletes and also people that are that have progressed beyond just normal body weight dips and are looking for a new challenge, there the weighted dip can definitely be a very good exercise for you to put into your training program. The entry requirements are going to be higher though, so we're gonna be talking more about intermediate to advanced athletes, since absolute beginners that cannot do normal dips properly have no business in starting to do weighted dips. And now let's talk about who should do the bench press. Now pretty much people that want to get better at the bench press. So we're going to be talking about bodybuilders, power lifters and power builders who are going to do bench press as a very big part of their pushing training program. And if you are an absolute beginner, you definitely should choose the bench press over the weighted dip, since you only need to be able to push up 20 kilograms to start off your bench press training. And like I talked about previously in this video, weighted dips, their entry requirements lie quite a lot higher. So if you're an absolute beginner, probably choose the bench press over your weighted dips. And then lastly, let's finish off with my personal recommendations. Now usually towards the end of these comparison videos, I always have to say like, choose this one over the other or implement both into your training. Now this is pretty much a video where both of those exercises are going to be a very good exercise. It depends completely on your goal. Personally, I have been doing weighted dips for quite a while now, and I want to start doing the bench press as of a couple of months ago to supplement my general push training. So I would probably say, depending on your goal, pick the right one for you and try to build that one up slowly over a period of time. And with that being said, let's actually finish off today's video. So as always, like, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and share the video. Any questions, video ideas or advice, leave it down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and laters.